Hey guys, and welcome back to Dempsey Plays. So today's video, I've got kind of a unique one for you guys. I love DayZ. I love it so much, but as you guys, any DayZ player knows, it's a love-hate relationship. DayZ is just one of those games where you love it, you can't stop going back to play it. Maybe some people out there do. Maybe some people out there have reached their maximum limit on the amount of BS they're willing to put up with this game. But anyways, I love this game, and I want to start making how-to videos for you guys on it. But it's just depending if you have the right materials and the right gear and stuff, is when you're able to, to, to actually do stuff. So the one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the controls. Now, for Xbox and PlayStation, this is pretty much similar. Of course, the buttons are going to differ. I play PlayStation. I used to play Xbox, and before Xbox, I used to play PC. And the controls were so much better on PC. Just because you had the mouse and you're able to scroll through stuff a lot faster and a lot more fluently. Um, and that's why a huge majority of the DayZ community plays on PC. But I wanted to explain to you guys and talk to you guys about those who wish to play on console, just because it's easier, to deal with PlayStation and Xbox than it is to deal with a whole bunch of computer nonsense. I want to talk to you guys about the controls here. So, there are many ways. I'm sure you've already figured out how to play DayZ by now. Or if you're new to it, definitely stick around. I've got some tricks for you. But this may be something that makes your life just a little bit easier. So, you could obviously touch the touchpad on your controller, PlayStation 4 controller, and scroll around this way. I've got some good loot, not really pro level stuff, just stuff that keeps me alive here. But I do also have a vest, a backpack, certain cargo spots on my pants and jacket that allow me to have this size of a wheel. Different equipment that you pick up allows for different storage, and then that wheel will simply expand. I started off with having about 3 slots. It was like a left, right, and then down. Now, as you can tell, I've got quite a little bit more spots, and we're going to go ahead and talk about uh, prioritizing that and whatnot. So when you start off either with 3 slots or multiple slots, you want to prioritize the simpler things. So one thing I like to prioritize is melee weapons, firearms, and bandages, because those are the 3 things that are going to require a little bit more of a quicker reaction. The melee weapons are going to be for zombie usage. Obviously, you're gonna be taking out a whole bunch of zombies, regardless if it's a knife, regardless if it's a machete, a pitchfork, whatever. I simply just have a sledgehammer right now. And then whatever type of firearm you decide, I will just go with the 1911 because that's my go-to because it's suppressed. So um, I've got my sledgehammer up the top here just because it's a quicker reaction for me to hit that top. And then I can slide over to the right if I need to for the firearm. And you can organize these however you want. That's the beauty of it. You can just simply touch your touchpad, go over to, for instance, let's switch over the bandage. So we can hit L3 and then switch that bandage over. Now we're going to have to go find our water bottle, and we're going to switch our water bottle over to here. It's just that easy. All you have to do to do that is hit X whenever you are hovering over that spot, and it'll simply put your item in that slot. Now let's just for another demonstration, because I also want to organize this a little bit better. Let's switch over that gas mask. So let's find the gas mask, hit R3. Let's go straight down with it, and then let's find our AK, and then hit R3, and then hover over that spot, and then hit X. So as you can tell, we have again prioritized um, our stuff. So the top 3 here are basically what I deem one of the most um, important items: the bandage, the melee weapon, and the firearm. Just because, again, those are the top 3 things that are going to require more of a quicker reaction. Dealing with players, obviously firearm. Dealing with zombies, obviously this melee weapon, and then healing yourself so that way you do not lose too much blood. So that way you don't have to go into the hole finding the med kit with the proper saline kit, with the proper IV starter kit, just to for just to be able to avoid all that craziness. I want to help you guys and teach you guys a little faster tip and trick that should help you on console. Now, like I said, uh, this should also be able to transfer over to to Xbox. I haven't played Xbox on a long in a long time. When it came down to DayZ, at least like 2 to 3 years. So but what I remember, it's pretty much the same. Obviously the buttons are different, but the concept is pretty much the same. I'm very confident that it is very similar. So now let's just do something that doesn't or let's go explain some of the things that I have in this inventory. So the bandage, obviously, it's got a certain usage. The tomato obviously has certain usage, and the water bottle obviously has certain usage. So I mean, technically everything in here does. Just because once when you go from pristine to damaged to badly damaged to just ruined, you no longer can use that item. These do have a life expectancy. The firearms, unless if you find a cleaning kit or repair kit, I forget what it's called. You're to repair it, you're basically stuck with a ruined gun. And if it's at a point, any item in DayZ, if it gets to the point of ruin, it's already trash. You can just go ahead and leave it and forget about it, because there's no sense on keeping it around and cluttering up space in your inventory. But you can take certain accessories off, like this 1911. Should the 1911 be ruined, but the suppressor is still at pristine and the flashlight is still at pristine, I can take those off the firearm and then keep them for another weapon that I may find. So but again, let's explain the bandage and food resources and stuff. So, for instance, because I've got to heal up real quick, or eat real quick, I'm gonna click on the tomato. Instantly, once when I hit X on it, I instantly brought the tomato into my hand, utilizing that workspace and whatnot. So we have it in our hand right now. I'm just gonna go ahead, hold trigger on it, and we're gonna eat the whole tomato. All right, now that the whole tomato is consumed, you're going to go back to your wheel and see that it is no longer there. It's because you used it. Now, if we go back to our inventory and go all the way back down to our food, I'm just going to pick another tomato. We are able to put it in our hands, click L3 again, and then put it back in that wheel. So it makes it easier in those fast responses you need. Not necessarily from the start. It's a little bit difficult, requires a few more steps, but in the longer run, when you need it the most at that faster, just at that faster rate, it's going to be there for you. So we can easily grab it once again. Oh, I went ahead and put it away, but you get the gist of it. Um, and you can do that with any item, and that's one thing that I love about that's why I put the gas mask down here, just in case if you needed, like I live near a area that gets pretty, hazardous. So if when you're in a hazardous area, you need a gas mask to keep yourself from dying and whatnot. The gas mask having that as a quick reaction allows me to get a little bit of a upper hand when the hazard zone decides to just randomly spawn on top of you. And again, anything that you put in your wheel will just require will just be able for a more faster response time and whatnot. So that's basically one tip that I have noticed from going from PC to console. This can help you in the long run. Again, at first it may not seem like a big deal, but being able to utilize your quick spot, or your wheel here, will help you in the long run. And again, it's just all about prioritizing. Now, of course, you guys are the judges of how you want to prioritize what you feel is more necessary than others. But I truly do believe that the top three are melee, firearm, and then bandage. Just because, again, those are going to be the top three that will, keep you alive for the most part. So, of course, food and water and everything else is super important as well. But I just think that, in my opinion, that's how I would like to prioritize it. So, Anyways, though, guys, I really do in the future want to do more how-to DayZ videos and stuff, but I am simply still learning everything again. After stop playing for a few years, I've forgotten everything. The medical stuff came back to me pretty quick, and then of course dealing with the different diseases and how to respond to that stuff, I've picked up on that stuff too pretty quickly, but there's still a lot of stuff out there that I'm still learning every day. So, if there's anything in the comments below that you guys would like to see, now I will try my hardest to get you guys that content, but at the same time, it just is a matter of if I have the resources or not. You know, if I have the right tools for the right job, for the right, parts to do everything, like base building requires a lot of different tools. But in the future here, we are hoping to do that. So, depending on what you guys want to see, I will try my best to get it to you. But as of right now, just trying to, be a simple man in this in this crazy, crazy universe that is DayZ. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you, and maybe that little tip on prioritizing everything for you. Whether you're a veteran or today's Z on console, or whether you're new to it, I hope you found something on here that kind of will help you. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Like I said, if there's anything else that you're not quite too sure on, in as regarding DayZ, put down in the comments below if you guys got questions. I will try to get back to you guys as quickly as possible on it. And hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next one.